content on their platforms. The Labour MP Yvette Cooper, who chairs the Home Affairs Committee, accused the companies of failing to remove hateful and abusive material quickly enough. One person she questioned was Sinead McSweeney, a Vice President of Twitter, about a series of anti-Semitic tweets that are still on the social networking site, despite being reported to moderators and even previously raised at a public hearing.
You know, we sat in this committee in a public hearing and raised a clearly vile anti-Semitic tweet with your organisation. It was discussed and it is still there. And everybody accepted, you've accepted, your predecessor accepted that it was unacceptable, but it is still there on the platform. What is it that we have to do to get you to take it down?
I think that all of these discussions, I've already laid out the number of measures that we have taken, fueled by conversations around this table and in many other countries across Europe. We are constantly looking at these policies, looking at these processes. I will take that tweet away and I will come back to you with a definitive answer as to why it is still there.
Today's question in the Parliamentary Committee. We're going to talk now to Seyi Akiwowo, who is a Labour councillor, also founder of the organisation Glitch UK, which she set up to campaign against online hate crime after being a victim herself of abuse and harassment on social media. She's at the UN in Geneva for the Internet Governance Conference. Joins us now. Seyi, thanks very much for talking to us. Tell us a bit about your work there today in the light of what's been said in this Parliamentary Committee today and the clear suggestion that these big organisations are simply not doing what they've promised to do in the past.
I mean, today definitely shows how global the problem is and how, yes, Glitch UK focuses on issues in the UK, but actually we're seeing a lot of similarities of women in Pakistan, women in loads of different countries facing abuse, facing hate crime, and when they report it, social media companies not taking it seriously enough. And today I was on a panel with the National Democratic Institute for Women and Gender Equality, and it discusses how online abuse is pushing women out of politics, is pushing minority groups, diverse groups from engaging online, and it's a real problem that actually needs to be tackled. I welcome some of the improvements that Google, Facebook and Twitter announced today. That it's just a small step in the right direction, yes, but it's just a small step. It's something actually I'd expected these companies to have done 2-3 years ago. They need to do far more and very, very quickly.
Let's follow that up straight away then. So give us an example of the kind of more robust, assertive steps that you'd like to see them take.
Okay, the first step definitely is consistency in the reporting, right? Why is it that we've got certain issues? I'll give you a better one. I did a test. I received an abusive tweet 2 days ago. I reported it through Glitch. That is not verified by Twitter, hasn't got a blue tick. And then I reported it through my verified account, Seyi Akiwowo. Through the Glitch account, I was told it did not violate the community guidelines, and I was told to reread the guidelines. But then I reported it through the verified account and I was given the Royal Service of Treatment. I was told that my report was taken seriously, that they'll get back to me, and that yes, the account did violate their community guidelines. They need to be consistent. Why do accounts like Trump and Katie Hopkins exist on Twitter, but yet groups that try to rally around to provide a safe space for women on Facebook get shut down all the time? They need to be more robust and consistent in their reporting.
Do you think that there's enough cooperation? You've mentioned already that this is clearly a global problem. It's not a problem that is to do with individual countries. So what is your sense of the state of international cooperation on this?
Very, very, very minimal. I learnt today that Facebook and Twitter and Google have formed a kind of global internet forum. I welcome that, but they're only looking at a particular type of extremism. They need to look at online abuse as a whole, because harassment, which is a valid form of online abuse, doesn't mean I'm going to be abused on one platform. I can be abused across all platforms, like in my case and like in many others. So there needs to be a lot more shared information among the 3 companies and also the smaller ones. But also, this is an opportunity to say, actually, what are political parties doing to recognise online violence as a form of violence? for the elimination of violence against women last month, I put a call out to political parties to take this seriously, and sadly I didn't hear back from a single party.
Gosh, why do you think that was?
I guess it's not as a sexy topic as Brexit at the moment. I guess there is people see a hierarchy in the terms of violence, which is sad. But in 2012, the UN Human Rights Council said that any offline crime that happens online should be treated the exact same way. So we're only asking political parties and the UK government to do to ratify that, to recognise online violence as a form of violence. So yes, I welcome a very, very robust scrutiny of these companies this morning, but political parties need to look closer to home, because there are a lot of women who are active online, are members of these parties that are constantly being abused, and there's been no consequences to those actions.
Shay Yakiwowo, very interesting to talk to you, and thank you so much for joining us today from Geneva.
No worries, take care.
Thank you very much. Very nice. Shay Yakiwowo there, giving us her view on the entire sort of business of abuse and harassment online, certainly of women, and as she was saying there, the devastating consequences on young women especially, who may want to enter public life and go into politics and are put off by the extent of the dreadful abuse that is seen on a daily basis on these social media platforms. So interesting to talk to her. It's 5:45.